Welcome back. I guess I didn't tuck your head enough. Um, so recap from the last video, we had decided to go to Missouri. Not for the society's purpose. We are just gonna travel. He found a job contract in Missouri anyway. So we're just like, it's a small town. It's a way to stay away from everything. Just kind of like a hideout. I'm okay. I was accepting the fact that my life is about to change and there's nothing I can do about it. But I refuse for everybody to have pity or just talking about it or just I refuse to sit there and seeing everything just fall apart and just watch it and just everybody's just like, oh, sister, I didn't want that. I did not want that. So I was just like, let's just travel. Let's just figure things out. And we'll see from there. We did not write Bethel back. We just left it. And the brother ended up forgetting to send the letter because we had we tried to redo the letter to kind of just like we can't do New York. Is there somewhere else? The brother forgot, so we're just like, okay, since he forgot, let's just don't worry about it anymore. So, and we also talked about him being in the back room with the brothers. They talked to him. Now they all know that he's asking questions. He has doubts. He's talking about apostate materials. So, okay, that was on Friday. On Saturday, we left to Missouri. And we, the family's kind of aware. We talked to them somewhat. His parents are aware. They don't like it. But still there, the parents did not know that, we didn't know, or the mom didn't know that her sister actually talked about it to the elders. The mom didn't know. So we said goodbye to the family. It was hard, but we said goodbye and we left to Missouri. I had some back problems, so we couldn't do the drive just straight there. So we stopped the night at a hotel. So we ended up getting to Missouri on Sunday evening. Funny story. We got to Missouri around 3-4 o'clock. We found a little house, like a little apartment to rent. And kind of like an Airbnb, but like it's travel nurse, kind of stuff like that. And then we were just communicating with her, like, we're here, but we're just going to drive around the town and see and stuff like that. She was like, I have to go to a meeting, but let me know. I have a meeting at 4:30 or 4 o'clock. I want to see you before I go to the meeting. Just let me know. We're like, meeting? The anxiety, the scare, the emotions, the feelings that went through our head. Can you imagine? Like 100 miles away, and then you find yourself renting a place from a witness while you're waking up. We're just like, this cannot be. Like, there is no way. No. So we trying to look up the Kingdom Hall time. I already looked at that, but I knew it wasn't in the evening. But now she said she's going to a meeting, so I'm like, okay, let's see. You're in a small town. There's no connection. The little dead data you have is not working. And the website is not pulling up. And I'm just like, okay, let's just see. Maybe she's going to kick us out if she finds out we're witnesses. And she probably is not going to want to rent us her place because we are apostates now, so there's no way. So we were just like, okay. I was like, there's one thing that you can identify a witness. If they say they're going to a meeting, from the way they dressed, you can tell if they're going to a meeting. So I was like, let me see how she's dressed like. So we pull up, and she would dress up with pants and stuff like that. So we're just like, okay, I don't think she's a witness, which is good. Check. Yes. Yeah. So throughout all that, my mind is everywhere. I was still praying. I was trying to pray. I was praying to Jehovah, Jesus, the true God, the real God, whoever you are. If you are out there, can you please give me a sign? Because I'm confused. I'm lost. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. I don't know what to do. All of that with the mindset that I will still be a witness. I will just be inactive. With the agreement that my husband is just not going to go anymore. I'll just be going by myself. I'm okay with that. I'm just not okay with everything that is happening in the organization. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with going preaching. I'm not going to preach like that anymore. But I will just fade little by little as I'm learning more things. So on Monday, we left Georgia. My husband talked to them on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, we traveled to Missouri. Monday, they called him. They were like, based on the conversation we had, it seems like you don't agree with the principles anymore. You can't be an elder. Within 3 days, I didn't know they did that quick to just take you off the list like that. You can't be an elder based on those the things you're talking about. You can't be an elder. He was like, okay. But you guys, if you're an elder, you know the process, which is, I don't know. So weeks are passing by. We're staying there. I think within a week, the landlord was just like, we should go meet up. We should go for coffee so we can know each other more. Meanwhile, my husband's going to work. I was planning to work at home and stuff like that. Or I was planning to also do volunteer work. So I was just like, now that I feel like all my field service time were wasted, I want to go volunteer to a shelter or to animal shelter, whatever. Pinpoint on this one. Before that, so when I was a pioneer, when I realized that me and my husband was not going to go to SKE anymore, I went to the elders and I told them that I can't be a pioneer anymore. It was dragging, it was draining. I was not making my time. My back was hurting. So that was a window. I used that window just like, okay, well, now that he has doubt, he's leaving, he's not going to be a witness anymore. I'm not going to be a pioneer. I'm not going to be that sister that's going to struggle, be a pioneer while her husband is not a witness anymore. I'm not. I'm just going to be in the group and just chill. So I talked to the elders myself and told them that I can't be a pioneer anymore. So they moved me off the list. Because my husband was still an elder, they didn't want to make the announcement to make it seem like something's going on. So they didn't announce that I was not a pioneer anymore. I took that. That's fine. So come back to saying that I'm going to, I decided I was going to go to volunteer instead. Because I'm not going preaching. I don't have to give 70 hours a month anymore. Whew. Yes. That was hard. Can we talk about that? To try to work and giving 70 hours a month and try to be a wife. There's mothers out there and try to take care of your house. How? No wonder they say if you understand in Creole, but in English, people are saying we have time to clean our house. No wonder people are saying that we don't. How? How do you do this without having a mental health? problem that you're not aware of? How? Because that was hard. That was hard. So anyway, I decided to have breakfast with the lady, with the landlord. Very nice people. The place was nice. It was very hidden. Then we didn't know anyone there. Perfect. I was willing to deal with that. So I went to have breakfast with her. As we having breakfast, just a little coffee and stuff like that. We're talking. She's sharing a lot of personal stuff with me, and I'm just listening and talking to her. Like, for the first time, you talking to people without trying to preach to them. Like, you're actually trying to listen to somebody without having in the mind, oh, what presentation can I give them? How can I bring in Watchtower in this conversation? It's human. Oh my God. So just talking to her, she's sharing some stuff that she's going through and so she's been through or whatever. So I was like, okay, this lady's open up to me. I need to start talking to somebody. Someone that's not in my religion, because I couldn't do it. As I was leaving work, I felt like talking to somebody at work, but I couldn't. I ended up talking to one coworker and she understood what was going on. So I was like, I gotta talk to somebody. So I opened up to her and I was like, I think I just left the cult. I'm just dealing with leaving a cult. She was like, really? I was like, yes. And then she started telling me the story about when she was younger. She had some classmates that was Jehovah's Witnesses. I was like, huh? I didn't even tell her that I was Jehovah's Witness yet. I didn't even get to that point yet. So I was like, so you think Jehovah's Witnesses are cults? She was like, yes, they are. I was like, oh, I'm out here thinking that we're not in a cult. Everybody else is. Okay. So I was like, yeah, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. She was like, really? And I'm telling her all the crazy things I'm learning. She was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. Wow. She couldn't believe it. And then I think it was later on when she got home, she was like, I forgot to tell you, but the land that I built my house, I bought it from the Watchtower. What? No. We are in a small town in Missouri. What is Watchtower why is Watchtower selling land there? Why? The sign that I was looking for, this is it. If I'm waiting for more sign, then I don't want to leave. I don't want anything else. Because I was like, nah. She was like, yeah, I bought it from Watchtower. And she sent me the paper. It says Watchtower Society. And while I was waking up, I was seeing some stuff about Watchtower being real estate, selling some different buildings and stuff like that. So I'm like, what? So a poor family probably left that on their deeds or whatever to Watchtower. And Watchtower don't even care, but they just need the money. They just sell it to anybody. I was dumbfounded. It was shocking. I kept getting more shocking. Everything just kept getting more shocking and more shocking. If I didn't mention, I finished watching the whole series of Cults in Extreme Belief. I was learning about different cults. A bunch of different ones that they sounded like the Watchtower. There were so many similarities in the Watchtower. That was very shocking for me. And I think like a week or 2 weeks later, I hadn't been going to the meeting. So I was taking my time. And I woke up one Sunday. I missed the organization. I missed the brothers and sisters. So I said, I want to go to the meeting. I'm going. My husband didn't go. I asked him anyway, but he was like, no, he didn't go. So I took the car and I drove to the nearest Kingdom Mall and I went. Now, Like I said in the previous video, when you PMO and you're hearing some stuff these people are saying, it's crazy. The comments some sisters were making, I was like, okay. I didn't have like a printed watchtower because I didn't move with my Bible. I didn't move with anything. I just kept with my phone. I was sitting next to his sister. She was trying to show me the watchtower. I just pulled my phone out. I was like, oh my God, got it. I'm good. She kind of treated me like I was some kind of inactive or just visitor. It was weird. I already started feeling like an outsider. The talk was, he didn't say Jehovah's name as often. So I was okay with that. I started not liking the sound of Jehovah's name anymore because I was mad at Jehovah. I was mad because how can you watch all of this happen to all these kids and you don't say anything? You don't do anything. How? And then every article is telling me that I have to wait on you. How much can they wait? How much can those victims wait? How many cases there has to be for those victims to still wait some more? I was mad at him. I didn't pray him. I didn't want to use his name because I said that the Jehovah that I'm learning, the Jehovah I learned, is cruel. Because if you're going to sit there as a God and let these things happen, there were some articles I read, there were some kids that get molested while they were in the kingdom hall, sitting on somebody's lap. It was just so much more, and it was harsh. I was angry at him. I was angry. And then, so the meeting ended. I listened. He was talking more about Jesus. I listened. It was just like, okay. The watchtower was very interesting. There was some stuff about it. I was just like, I didn't comment. And then when the meeting finished, the sister I sat next to was saying hi. She asked where I was coming from, and I told her. And then she was like, it's such an outsider thing. People tell, I hope to see you again. And that was just like, if I tell you I'm a sister, why are you saying you hope to see me again? Obviously, I'm going to come back. But I don't know, maybe she could tell I probably wasn't. And that was the very last time I set foot in the Kingdom Hall. And I think that was November 14, 2019. Yep. So a few days passed by. I was still talking to my friends. Friend A and friend B were still talking, but the relationship was very, distant now because they know all the things that I know now. So a few days after, at the end of November, so I was like, okay, since I kind of started November back home, I went to the meeting this month. I still consider myself a witness. Let me send my report. Oh my God. This was the most stupid thing I could ever done. That was stupid. I don't know why. But then again, I'm glad I did it because they show me their true colors. And that I needed that to just cut ties. So I sent my report to the secretary, sent as a text. I counted the hours I talked to on witness. I thought I could fool them. He called me. So I went to Walmart that morning. You just got to a new place. You're still trying to get settled. I needed a few things at Walmart. So I went to Walmart. And then while I was at Walmart, I realized I missed the call from the brother. So I called him back. He didn't pick up. Then he called me back. Little pause real quick. If you having trouble with them and you calling them, they don't pick up and they call you back, best believe you being recorded. Or you are on the line with somebody else that the person is not, either the second person is not talking, or you are in a conference call. You don't know that. So just keep playing tag, okay? Just keep playing tag. let them call. Wait like 10 minutes, because they're not gonna stay on the phone for 10 minutes waiting for you to call, and then call them back. They don't pick up. They call you back. Don't answer. Call them back. Play the game with them. So when he called me back. So I'm in Walmart. I sent my report. I have no problem with them. I never thought this whole time. I only talked to my husband, my sister-in-laws, my sister, and my two best friends. I was out of people, like, people that are outside my family, just my two friends. So they called me and they were like, Max, we had some questions for you. I see that you sent your report. We wanted to know if you're still a witness, if you still consider yourself a Jehovah's Witness. I was like, what do you mean? I sent my report, so that means I'm still a publisher. He was like, yeah, but that's what's confusing, because you out here spreading lies in the congregation. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, they were like, don't act like you don't understand. Just tell us the truth. Are you a Jehovah's Witness, yes or no? I was like, what are you talking about? And both of them was on the line. There wasn't one person. I forgot to mention that. The moment I answered the phone call, he was like, yeah, me and him were just trying to understand what's going on. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not spreading no lie to anybody. It's like, well, we know your husband is an apostate, but you also spreading lies to the publishers in the congregation. You putting division in Jehovah's house. But again, you're sending your report. I need to understand if you still consider yourself a Jehovah's Witness, yes or no. I am shook at this moment, because I'm like, what? What lies? Because I was like, what lies am I spreading? Whatever that I shared, it's not a lie. It's not even an apostate material. It's something from the news that showed Brother Jackson. They're like, yeah, it is material. It is apostate material. You sharing to publishers, and you just disturbing publishers in the congregation. So can you just answer this question? Are you a Jehovah's Witness, yes or no? To all that, I don't know that answer myself. I'm a Jehovah's Witness, yes or no? But I still consider myself a Jehovah's Witness. If I sent you my report, that means that I am. It really shows that the report is nothing. They just want to keep tab on you, make sure you stay busy, make sure you're working. They don't care about the report. So I was like, I felt like I was in a room with investigators questioning me, and I didn't have a lawyer. I was like, you guys ambushed me. If you wanted to have a meeting with me, why couldn't you tell me you and Brother X want to talk to me? Why did you put him on the line without me knowing? Because, oh no, Brother X was just on the line. He just called what I called you. From that moment, I knew that pastor was lying, and I lost respect for them. I lost respect for them from there. I was like, oh, he was just on the line. I was like, you guys ambushed me. I don't like this conversation. I don't want to talk about it. Don't answer this question. And they realized that, and they just left me alone. I hung up the phone, but I was shaking. I was in Walmart shaking, crying and shaking, because these people, I had respect for them for the past 12 years of my life, since I've been in America. Now they just talk to me any type of way, like I was some criminal. And I lost respect for them. I was like, oh, that's how you guys are treating people, huh? And at that moment, I understood everybody from those videos that were talking about how the brothers treated them. I was never in that position. I was that sister that always tried to do everything right, always stay modest. From that moment, I saw it. And I was like, oh, I'm seeing things now. I see. I see. So my husband, as my husband he is, which I'm proud of, he's like, you cannot talk to my wife any type of way. No. So I called him right after, like I was shaking and cause I was just panicking in the middle of Walmart, and I called him. He was at work. So he thought something was wrong. He quickly answered me, and he's just like, what's wrong? What's going on with you? And I told him what happened. He called me. He tried to calm me down. And then when he got home, I explained to him more what's going on. He called them back. He called them. He was like, okay, look here, brother X and brother Y. I did not appreciate how you called my wife and talked to her like that. Would you be okay if I called your wife and talked to her like that? Would you be okay with that? No, you wouldn't. So if you need to talk, if you need to have a conversation with my wife, you want to have a meeting, let her know you want to have a meeting, or let me know, because I cannot just directly call your wives like that. So just show some respect for my family. Show some respect, because that was very disrespectful. They're like, okay, we won't be calling your wife. They're like, oh, your wife is a publisher herself. So he was like, I have no problem with you calling her, but you want to have a meeting with her. Don't ambush her on the phone like that. Let her know that. Or let me know and I'll let her know. Yeah, I don't have to treat her like that. So, when he was having that conversation, apparently they put him on speaker. They were having a meeting themselves, like all the elders. They put him on speaker and everybody heard him talking to them like that. So from then on, every phone calls I was receiving, I was shaking because I didn't know who's calling. I didn't know who's the next person that's going to call and whatever. But before that, I was like, hold on. Did they go and talk to my friends? And they didn't even tell me that. So my friends, friend A and friend B, they were still talking to me like nothing's, they were still talking to me nicely. But apparently the elders went and talked to them and they told the elders, yeah, I was talking to them about those things and stuff like that. Of course, they're not going to deny it. They have to follow Jehovah. Following Jehovah is telling those elders everything that their best friend told them. So I called them. I was like, so what did you tell them? Friend B was like, oh, are you accusing me? I was like, I'm not accusing you, but what did you tell them? She's like, oh, I just told them. I was like, the video I sent you, it was not an apostate material. It was actually a real video. It's like, I didn't see it, but I told them you sent it to me. And friend A told me as well. I was like, okay. So friend B was just like, yeah, I don't know. Well, you choosing to do this. And I was telling them how they asked if I'm still a witness or not. She was like, so what are you? Do you still consider yourself a witness or not? I was like, what do you mean? She was like, well, you're still not answering that question. I was like, I don't have to answer this question to you. I'm still confused. I'm still dealing with this. She was like, well, you making your own decision. You're going to do research that you shouldn't have done and stuff like that. Basically, she was kind of just saying goodbye to me. Now, this was my Bible student, y'all. My Bible student has become a better witness than I was. I was like, okay. Okay, well, I didn't do anything. I just had questions and I found answers. She's like, well, good luck with life. I was literally crying on the phone. This girl just like, good luck with life. Bye. I was like, oh, thanks. Thank you so much. So now I'm just like, I just could still talk to friend B. I talked to friend A, which is the best friend. I still do talk to a few other friends because when I started finding things out, I had kind of closed my friend circle. I would wake up to text messages from another friend that found some things because now it's a whole family and the elders know. If you're familiar with Haitian congregations, these elders, you tripot. Tripot means they can talk. They talk. They like gossiping. Okay, they love to gossip. These elders, oh my God, I don't know if it's like that in English congregation, but bruh, they will talk to their wives about your business, and then their wives will just spread it out for you. So I didn't know that. So yeah, the whole thing is being talked now in the whole circuit, I bet. So I was still talking to best friend A now. That's the only one that's left. And then there's another one that, like I was saying, she would send me long text messages about, this and that, just trying to prove what Jesus did and how the Pharisees would do this and that, how Jesus didn't mind the Pharisees despite this and that. But I was just like, she would kind of use daily text to try to encourage me. But the funny thing was, we sound like the Pharisees. Witnesses sound like the Pharisees now. Like, from what I'm learning, what I'm seeing all the hypocrisies. I'm seeing all of it. It's like I went behind the curtain. I'm seeing everything. It didn't look good at all. So after that phone call, I was like, okay, I think I'm done. So I went in deeper research. I binge watched Scientology. I finished Cult and Extreme Beliefs. I went on GW Facts. I just did some more research. I started reading about the book from Lord Evans, How to Leave the Organization. I started to volunteer in a shelter. I actually felt like I was doing something now. I was actually helping for the first time. All these times that I was knocking on doors, it was serving nothing, but actually helping people, get them off the street. They have a place to sleep. And I was helping in the kitchen, cooking food, giving these people warm food to eat in the cold. That felt good. That felt good. But right before that, I think before we had left, it was in July. It was like in July or August. My husband had planned like a food thing, like just to feed the homeless in Atlanta food. And we all did it as a family. And when, we post some stuff and the witnesses be like, okay, cool. Okay, that's nice. But they all kind of just give us that look like, okay, that's weird. Why is it weird to help people, help homeless people? Why? It should not be weird. It should be the most human thing to do. If we are out here preaching to people and helping them, in order for them to be able to sit down and read that pamphlet, that book we're giving them, they need food in their stomach. We see the person in the street, we hand them a magazine. What they're going to do with that? Is that going to cover them for sleep? That's going to keep them warm? God's word, is that going to keep them warm? But give them $5 to put a meal. Or if you don't feel comfortable to give them a meal, buy them the meal. Ask them, have you eaten today? Before I give you this magazine, did you eat something today? But no. Anyway, so was helping in the shelter place. It was nice. And there I also met, between talking, people would ask you, are you in any religion? There was this young guy I was talking to, and we became friends. So he was telling me about how he has a friend that was a witness and how we should meet. And I ended up meeting that lady, and she left when she was mad young. She was actually a victim. And I'm like, if I'm asking for more signs, what more do I need? Like, I have a victim right here that was from the Kingdom Hall in this territory. She left. Her family don't talk to her. She was she was being abused sexually, and that's why she left from this organization. Now that not only I hear it, I'm meeting somebody. And even when there was those meetings, they would ask my husband, "Oh, do you know somebody personally? Is that why that subject bother you so much? Do you know someone? Do I need to know somebody that's actually dealing with something? Do I personally need to know somebody for that to actually make me feel bad or bother me? What kind of question is that?" Anyway, I'm going everywhere right now. I hope you're not confused with this story. So now, after I talked to the friends, like, now friend B does not contact with me anymore. I texted her the one last time that I was thinking about her and she didn't respond. And I took the hint to not reach out to her again. And that's one thing I had asked them. If they decide to shun me, can you guys please just let me know so I don't bother texting or call you and feel stupid about it? They didn't. So I guess that phone call was that. So I would just keep learning about more things. Leah Remini series was eye opening for me. There was a lot of similarities. There was a lot of crying, a lot of breakdown, a lot of panics, a lot of anxieties. I didn't have problems sleeping. Now I can't sleep at night. My phone rings. I'm shaking because I don't know who's calling me. Now they would use their wives to call my husband. They would use their wife's phone number to call my husband because they know we wouldn't pick up. So they would use a number that we don't recognize. There was a lot of those numbers that didn't recognize. I just didn't pick up because I was like, I'm not facing that again. Eventually, they started talking to my husband. They don't really talk to me anymore. Then the one time they called my husband, they were like, "Well, can you get over here Friday?" I was in the back, I was in the same room because whenever we know who's calling, we kind of just like, okay, let's be on the phone. What's going on? Kind of just like listening to what's next. What we doing now? They're like, "Yeah, can you be here Friday?" We're like, "This Friday?" He was like, "Yeah," and I think it was a Monday or something like that, or Friday or Saturday. He was like, "We're in Missouri. We're like 10 hours away." He's like, "Yeah, can you get here?" And I was like, "Hell no, to the no, to the no. Like, are you gonna pay the flight? So you want me to come fly back to Georgia so you can kick me out? Who does that?" My husband was like, "No, I can't be. No, I can't come." What kind of question is that? Like, why did you bother asking that? Like, no, I'm gonna be at work. I'm 10 hours away. I can't drive 10 hours to get here and come back or fly. No. So they held it to, like, they drag it. Some weeks we didn't hear from them. Some weeks we did. They're trying to plan things out. They want us to meet for a judicial meeting because they're all going to disfellowship. I'm thinking they're going to disfellowship him. No, they're going to disfellowship me too. Now, the elder that was like the father to me, it's like his spiritual father to me, he don't even ask for me. Like, he's just like, "Can you tell your wife I said hello? How's your wife doing? Your wife has a name. You knew her. She was like your daughter." That's how witnesses can separate themselves from feeling things. But I had blocked every elder. I blocked everyone except him because I still consider him as like a father to me, and I appreciated him. He was the one that always would take me to the meetings when I came to America. So my best friend would still talk to me every now and then. Long conversation, a lot of crying. And I'm asking her, why are you still talking to me? She couldn't tell me that. So I may be leaving a lot of pieces in this story. But all I know, it was just some hard days. Really hard days. I still watching. Now I'm watching every video on YouTube. Now I'm gonna post it at this point. I'll take it. That's what you guys consider me. Meanwhile, my sibling in-laws are dealing with their own things. My sister just didn't go to the meeting anymore. They didn't bother her because she didn't get baptized. Once you're baptized, it's hard for you to leave. Like Brother Franz said, it's hard to live in a honorable way. It's hard to live in a good way. If you got to live quietly, you faded quietly, consider yourself lucky, because they give you hell when you leave and you are baptized. They will find you wherever you are. They will find you. So now we are in February. They had asked us to come to the meeting. We said we're not gonna come, but they knew that the contract was for 3 months. We were gonna come to Georgia anyway. So we came to Georgia for like a week, but we had decided to extend the contract. We're gonna stay in Missouri. But when we came to Georgia, we did not go to the meetings or go to meet with them, because we did not want to go to judicial meeting. Who wants to do that? At this point, my husband would ask the Reddit community about, what do you guys think we should do and stuff like that. And everybody gave their best advice. Now don't go. Why? Don't go. So we decided we're not gonna go. So now they knew we were in town. I don't know if they knew we were in town. They knew we were gonna come because we had told them we were, and they either record the calls or they wrote that down. So they set a date. We said we're gonna come on the 7th of February. They set a meeting on 6 or 7 at 6 o'clock in the Kingdom Hall. And they called us that day. I think that they were in the airport. We're just like, no, I'm not gonna be there. No. So back in Missouri, after a week, we're back. And then that week, the landlord handed me a letter. She was like, oh, I accidentally opened it. I signed it. I thought it was for me. It has some weird address that I don't know. And I'm like, what is this? Who? I'm thinking it was an appointment or something he did while we were in Georgia. I opened the letter. It is our disfellowship letter. It says that you guys were supposed to meet with a judicial meeting, but you didn't. But based on that, here's our decision. You guys are not going to be witnesses anymore. I was like, what? And mind you, I'm in Missouri. How did they find my address? How did they get my address to write us a letter? Now my mind is going back, thinking everyone that has my address, which is just my family. And before that, the address that's on the envelope, which I could have get him in trouble. We could have, but we didn't want to get to that. We just let him, because we know he has family and whatever. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know. They pee me can come. They don't know. They think they're doing Jehovah's work. So I'm just like, let's just let them be. My guy he's a teacher. He used his school address, the school work address. He used that to send us a disfellowship letter. You should not do that. That's unethical. It's not okay. No, sir. Could I get you in trouble there? But you're lucky. And then I'm like, okay, who has my address? I realized that we had a group text for family and best friend A was in it because best friend A was like family. I've known best friend A since I came to America. Best friend A was the my maid of honor in my wedding. Best friend A been through all with me. So we sent the moment we got to Missouri, we sent the address to the family in that group. She was on there on a WhatsApp group. We're like, here's the address because no one know where we at, just the family. So my best friend, my dear friend, gave our address to the others. Now I know she works in the healthcare. She knows. She's the type of person that would never even tell me some information about some patient because I don't want to break the HIPAA rule. But you easily just breaking my can't find the word. You know what I mean. By giving the address to these elders. So I was like, nah, I gotta call a friend. I gotta call her. Nah, I gotta call her. At this point, we started talking less and less and less. We talk like 2 weeks, or it would be like 3 weeks we haven't talked. Because times were passing by. She didn't even know I was in Georgia. We didn't even talk at all. So I decided to call her. And I was just talking to her. I knew this was gonna be good. And now that I know I'm getting this fellowship, I'm making my phone calls to say goodbye at this point. Just saying goodbye to everybody. To the one that matters. The ones that matters. I said goodbye to some friends. I told them what was going on. They listened. Some that asked questions. They're like, okay, we'll keep in touch. I don't know. We know we're not gonna keep in touch. But no, that was like just 2 friends I said goodbye to. Because like I said, my friend circle was less drama. So I called her. I knew that she was put in a hard position. And she thinks that she's following Jehovah. So whatever those men are asking her, she gotta obey them. She's like, yeah. I was like, so did you give my address? She's like, yes, I did. I was so pissed. So I was like, oh, so you didn't bother to let me know or give me a sign, give me some kind of warning at least. You gave my address away, but you couldn't tell me, hey, they asked for your address and I gave it away. You couldn't bother telling me that? At least. That was not okay. I let her know. I was not okay with that. And but I was like, I understand though. They put you in a hard situation. And I also understand. I put you in a hard situation by talking to you about this stuff and by letting you know my stuff. But guess what? You're not gonna know anything about me anymore. So you won't be put in that situation anymore. So I was like, okay, well, I guess this is goodbye. Yeah, I guess this is goodbye. She was crying. I almost started crying, but I was too pissed to cry at this point because I was just like, you just did me wrong there. I did not like that. So she did that. Now, I was like, now y'all mess with the wrong one. Because not only now, I didn't think I was going to get this fellowship because I didn't think I did anything. I did not do anything. I just talked to my 2 best friends. I didn't talk to anybody else except within my family. And my family didn't talk to no one. But now I'm this fellowship with my husband. I was like, okay. You guys are not going to do that. You're not going to get away with it like that. You guys are not going to get away with it like that. Because they dragged it. So we left Georgia in November. We're getting this fellowship on February. Why you guys waited for that long? They let all the gossip go through. You know, people start to gossip. Some people thought my husband cheated on me. That's why we're getting this fellowship, because I had just left the congregation. So no one really know what's going on. And so they're just letting gossip just sink in. Whatever people want to think, let them think it. And then they'll disfellowship them. Nuh-uh. Y'all don't get it like that. Y'all won't. You guys will not. Because now I'm pissed. Because I gave everything. Okay? I was a good witness. I was modest. I did not get any trouble. I was genuine to everybody. I really loved everyone. I was not the fake type. And for you guys to just do me like that, now I'm gonna get this fellowship. I'm being hushed because I dared to disagree with something that's not okay. So now you guys gonna shush me? No. Mm-mm. So I wrote on Facebook. I was like, to all my witnesses, if you did not hear about this already, this is what's going on. I'm not okay with the child abuse I'm finding out, and this and that. If I'm gonna get this fellowship because of that, I'll take that punishment proudly, because this is not okay. No. So I put it on Facebook, I put it on WhatsApp, I put it on Instagram. Now everybody from my circuit will know the reason why I get this fellowship. I let them know. Now y'all, you guys do not get to close the door on me. No. Before you fire me, I quit. No. That's unacceptable. I quit. Then you can give me the fire. You can fire me. Then I'll tell you I already quit. It's okay. No. So when I put that, I wrote the post on Facebook. The Instagram that I had, everybody, was quiet on there with me now. And I also had like a photography page as well. I have two Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp. When I put it on Facebook, a lot of people were questioning. Some people were just like, I love it. People that were not witnesses, they said something to me. But people that were witnesses, they will message me separately like, oh, I saw this. Is this true? What's going on? The ones that I bothered to answer, after I told them, yeah, this is true, not even like 10 minutes, they block me. They unfollow me or they block me. There was one person, she blocked me and then she called me. I was like, so I took my time and I talked to her. And she still left me on block. I was like, oh. So now I'm wasting my time explaining to you guys what's going on. And you guys are still blocking me. So I'm not answering y'all anymore. There was one couple from a way different congregation, all the way in New Orleans. Just like, oh, I saw this online. Is this you? Is this true? Just wanted to make sure. I was like, so I'm going to tell you, yeah, it's true, and you're going to block me or unfollow me? I waited 3 days. I was unfollowed. I was like, that's fine anyway. So I was just like, it's fine. Because my Instagram, I followed so many witnesses. I started deleting so many pictures because most of my pictures were about going to convention, going to meeting, just stuff like that. Just, cute dress I'm wearing, this and that. And I started to delete so many pictures and I couldn't. I was just like, what, fine, just leave it there. So I left that account. I just make a new account as my Facebook. Some people unfollowed me. Some people messaged me on WhatsApp. And all they were just like, I hope you come back. I hope this and that. And it just within a day, I got all the unfollowers I needed. I knew people were going to unfollow me. I knew I was going to get unfriended. I was okay with that. Because I know for sure I did not do anything. I was just aware of things and I spoke about it and I wasn't okay with it. Like I used that example. You ever have a mosquito in a room You don't feel okay until you kill that mosquito. That was me and my husband. They needed to hush us up first so much. So I was like, okay, they're just gonna follow. I mean, this they're just gonna disfellowship us, and they're gonna leave everybody else alone. When I tell you, they did not give a fly about nobody. Okay, they do not care about you. It's sad. It's messed up. They don't care about you. Okay, they don't. The moment you question things, you are dropped in a second. The people I saw that I cared for, the way they dropped me or unfollowed me, I was like, just like that, huh? Messy. So they, after they came for us, so now that they saw my post, of course they're gonna unfollow me. So on February 3rd, 23rd, they unfollowed us. They disfellowship us. The crazy thing that gets to me so much is that I could have called anybody before February 3rd, 23rd, and I could have talked to them, right, for my congregation. But after that 1 second, that 1 minute of being announced, I could call any of these people. They would not pick up the phone. That to me was like, wow. Wow. Messy. So, now they're coming for my family. They're doing needing, what is it called? In Creole, it's besoin de la congrégation. In English, it's congregation need. I don't remember. Like that week, that talk they would do the weekly, the need for the congregation or whatever they call it. I don't know. They would talk now about apostate stuff. They were attacking. They were coming straight for for our family, because my family was in the congregation as well, and his family, they're coming for them as well. So now they disfellowship. They found reasons to disfellowship my sister-in-law. They said she was lying. Meanwhile, the oldest sister-in-law, she did not say anything to anybody. She didn't talk to no one. They found some kind of excuse. They were like, yeah, you were doing this and that. Disfellowship. They disfellowship my husband's younger sister. The one I talked to first. They disfellowshipped her. They disfellowship her best friend as well. They found a reason. They disfellowship her. So they disfellowship all 5 of us within a month or 2 months. Within a month, I guess. Because February, March I was with February 23rd. So by the end of March, we all got disfellowshipped. Yep. And I'm just like, okay. Because we'll be like, keep checking on each other. They coming for you next. They coming for you next. They got you next. Who they coming for? They did not rest until each one of us were disfellowshipped. But we got each other. That's okay. It's okay. So now, we stayed in Missouri, spent the last 6 months, and we'll continue traveling and stuff like that. And we spent another 6 months somewhere, another state, and now it's been a year now. I don't know if I missed anything. I may have. I went free form in this one. But this is the story of me and my family getting disfellowship. So yeah, if you have any question, if you feel confused by the story, please reach out to me. I'll put my information down below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can direct message me. You can comment below. Comment as many comments you can. Leave questions. I'll get to you eventually. I did not mention I decided to go to school myself. I'm doing okay. It does get better. It does for sure. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm seeing the light now, and that's why I am strong enough to share my story. I hope my story can somewhat help somebody, because your story helped me. And just, you're not alone in this. The community I was talking about was the Exjw Reddit. You can always share how you're feeling. I was thinking about making a video in Haitian Creole, but I do not know how the Haitian community will come for me. Like, I know they will come for me strong, because Haitians are fully on there. Like, they are fully, like, this is the most brainwashed. Yes, I said it. Especially, not just Haiti, like congregations, witnesses from foreign countries, they are very much strong, and they don't believe anything else but that. But yeah, so I don't know. Let me know. Ask questions, make comments, share something positive. Also, you can feel free to share your opinions, but at the same time, I will not argue with you with anything biblical, because I ain't got time for that. Okay? It's your belief. Believe it as you want. If you want to stay in it, if you have your own belief, I respect your belief, but don't try to push your belief on me. Because I was that type of person. I make my amends. I reached out to all the people I was studying. Okay, I made my amend. And I don't push my belief on anybody. So I do not want that from me either. So if you want to share your opinion by trying to tell me how much I'm wrong or whatever, that's on you. But I'm not going to argue anything with you, okay? So just letting you know, just in case, don't waste your time, because I'm not going to, just saying. All right? But anyway, thank you so much for listening to my story. Thank you for your comments in advance. Thank you for watching, because moins bad bouche moins. I talked so much. So thank you. Thank you. You guys take care, and see you in the next video. I will take some time before I post any other video, but the next video I post, there will be about things that help me heal, that help me stay positive and fight through all of this. Maybe it can help you too. I have some tips I want to share, but feel free to add some suggestions, add some questions that I will answer, and all of that. Okay? Anyway, thank you for your time. Bye. Subscribe, like, comment. Okay? Thank you.